Hey everyone, and I hope you all are doing really well. So, folks, I recently shared on LinkedIn that I have joined Microsoft as a SD2 L62 engineer, and I've received a lot of love from everyone in the comment section and in the messages. And I am really excited to create this video where I will be sharing my interview experience. And I know this might seem like a very expected video because, yeah, hey, I joined a new company. I'm going to share an interview experience, very much expected. But there is a reason on why I am creating this video. There are two reasons actually. The first reason is it would help people who are targeting for mid-level front-end focused roles in FANG or big tech kind of companies. They can understand the difficulty level of the interview, they can understand how many rounds were there, how to prepare, and so on. Second reason is that with the rise in AI tools and with AI like actually automating the redundant front end work, there has been a lot of chaos and confusion around whether someone should even pursue a front end related career anymore. That is what I want to talk. There's a lot of hue and cry how front end roles are not going to exist in the future. So I recently cleared one of the front end related interviews in a big tech company. So I wanted to share like what were the expectations and how one can prepare for such interviews so that you can also crack your dream company and you can stay optimistic. I hope this video also gives you the motivation to prepare for your interviews. So the difficulty level and the type of interviews, the number of rounds, they don't change that much across levels. It's just that the expectation changes based upon how a senior role you are interviewing for. So before starting, if you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing because I will be sharing more such awesome content regularly in the future, and it would also motivate me to create more videos in the future. So with that, let's get started. So the very first question everyone asks is that how did I got an opportunity to interview at Microsoft? So there are multiple ways in which one can get this opportunity. Number one, via directly applying via career portal. This is the least recommended method because your resume will get lost amongst thousands of resumes because Microsoft gets a very huge volume of applicants, and your resume will get lost, and there's a higher chance that you will never receive a reply, or you might receive an automated rejection. So it is never recommended to directly apply on the career portal. Second way is via referral. If you know someone in Microsoft, or you can reach out to them, they can refer you for the relevant roles, and this will help you in bypassing that manual effort of directly applying on the career portal and get some preference for the position. The third way is when the recruiter contacts you directly over LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri.com, some or the other hiring platform. So in my case, I was contacted by the Microsoft recruiter on LinkedIn a few months ago. They shared that this role is based out of Hyderabad. They are looking for SD2 front-end engineers. I thought it fitted well within my criteria. The position, I was interested in that position, so they sent me a HackerRank online assessment link that consisted of 2 DSA questions. So I don't really remember the exact data structure that they were based upon. First question was medium level. Second question was I would say medium to hard. That would be the type of the questions that they had. Once my online assessment was cleared, I was shortlisted for the hiring drive. So Microsoft is very famous for conducting hiring drives almost every Saturday. And in that hiring drive, all the 4 rounds happen on the single day itself. And you will also get the response whether you're rejected or whether you're selected for the position. You will get all your answers in that single day itself. I was shortlisted initially for the first 2 rounds. My interview started at 9 a.m. And my first round was a combination of DSA and JavaScript. The DSA question that I was asked was a graph-based question, and the difficulty type was medium. And it was based upon a very famous LeetCode question. So I was able to solve that, and I had to give a working code. It should pass all the edge cases. given by the interviewer. You also need to think about the edge cases. Then you need to think about the brute force solution, the optimized solution. It's a pretty standard format as to how the DSA interview goes. Then the second question I was asked in the first round was a JavaScript based question where I was asked to create a calendar view based upon the date given in the input. So that question was more around the date object. I was actually encouraged to Google around to figure out the syntax and the methods associated with the date object. I mean, this is how you also work in your day-to-day life, right? You Google stuff, you try to understand how things work, even if you don't know about it all. These were the two questions that were asked in the first round. The second round started with some rapid fire questions, again based on front end. This was a rapid fire verbal section, front end related questions. I had to answer them really quickly, followed by some output based questions, then followed by some debugging questions. So I was given some code snippets that had an error in them. I had to figure out what the error is without using debugger, just by reading the code, and fix the bug without running the code. This is how the first half of the second interview went. And in the second half, I was asked to create a custom hook for dynamic form. It's a pretty famous question. You can see this question all over YouTube. Then once these two rounds were cleared, I immediately came to know from the recruiter if if I have cleared these rounds. In the third round, it was a system design round. The first round was DSA plus JavaScript. Second round was a sort of LLD, and then third round was HLD, in which I was asked to create a collaborative editor. I used the radio framework to answer the questions and everything. There was a lot of discussion around the trade-offs, the different solutions, approaches that could be used to build a collaborative editor. I really enjoyed that conversation because it felt like two engineers just talking and trying to build something. It didn't felt like a one-way interview. It felt like I am also asking questions and they are also asking me questions, and we both are discussing about it. The last round was the behavioral round. So my behavioral round was not exactly just behavioral questions. It also included one technical question. My experience in my previous companies helped a lot in answering this technical question. So I was asked to create an interface for the file uploader, like what all APIs would be created, what would be the interface between the front end and the back end. That was the kind of question. And it was taken by a group engineering manager, and they asked me like many behavioral questions, my aspirations, why am I looking to join Microsoft, and so on. By evening around 4 or 5 o'clock, all of my interviews were done, and I got a response from the recruiter like in the next 15 to 20 minutes that it's a yes from Microsoft and that my feedback is really strong. So after that, on Monday, I received the formal compensation letter. I did some negotiation there. So one of the most commonly questions that I receive is that which language do I use for my DSA rounds? I have always used C++. I have even for Microsoft, I use C++, and they were pretty okay with it. In big tech companies, there is no compulsion on a particular language being used. As long as you are able to answer their question, you are able to justify your answers. For front end, I used JavaScript. You have either JavaScript or TypeScript, and the team that I was being hired for was Microsoft Teams. I had a hunch while I was interviewing because all the interviewers were working on Microsoft Teams, and they had also mentioned that the hiring is going on for Microsoft Teams. Excited me a little bit because I have already used Microsoft Teams in the past in one of my previous companies. Entire cycle from a user to a developer, that is pretty exciting for any front-end engineer. So you need to have that product empathy in order to build delightful user experiences, because that is also one of the expectations out of front-end engineers. You are not there just to write you also need to understand a user's perspective while they're you product. You need to also have some product sense, some design sense, and definitely code as well. So once my interviews were done and I was given a yes from the recruiter that I am selected for the role, now the next question was, am I going to be given a L61 level or a L62 level? Because these are the two levels for SD2 position at Microsoft. This is decided based upon your interview feedback, your previous compensation, and your years of experience. So my interview feedback was really strong. That was the feedback given by the recruiter. I had 4.5 years of experience. Generally, Microsoft gives L62 roles for 5 plus years of experience. But if your interview feedback is really strong, then they might consider you at 4.5 years of experience as well, which is what happened in my case. They matched my previous compensation really well and they exceeded my expectations in that aspect. So that also prompted me to, really give Microsoft a thought whether I should really consider joining or not. So, yeah, this was pretty much about my interview experience, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, do show your love in the comment section. And if you have any other questions, if there's something that I missed in the video, do let me know that as well. I will try to answer them like in the comment section. And before I take your leave, I do consider subscribing to the channel because I will be regularly posting a lot of videos, my personal journeys, some of my stories in tech. I have interviewed at multiple companies in the past year, and I will be sharing my interview experiences there, my experiences in like after being 5 years into tech, and yeah, pretty excited to share my learnings and my experiences over here on YouTube. So with that, I'll take your leave. Yeah, bye everyone and take care.